So let's talk about where you've been before. I know this is the fourth polling station. How is the turn-up like?
No, the turn-up is good. In most of the places, people went through unopposed. So consensus, they sorted issues by consensus. So that has to some extent affected the turn-up, where it's not very competitive because people are like, but we sorted it, so why should I even come and waste a lot of time? But the turn-up was really good. I was impressed where I went. Like you've heard my brother here, Mulunu, I'm happy people are not just voting for someone because he's a relative, for someone because I don't like him. No, they are voting for a reason. And this is the maturity that we've tried our level best to have in this constituency. Because when I came in, usually the issues were on what have you given me? A drink. Yeah? People would be touching their throats to remind you that they are thirsty. But we try to teach people that no, leaders are supposed to lobby for you, to fight for you, to represent you, and now people have appreciated it. I was very impressed by his speech because you can see it's based on service delivery, not just mayor talking. Of course, as a leader, this is my village, but as a leader I want to vote because all these are my people. So it would be unfortunate for me to start choosing between the two who are contesting, for example, for chairman LC1. I have to come back and reconcile people, you know, if they have differences, if we have a spillover effect after the election, so I must move around. And that's what I've been teaching people, that this is not a do or die. We know each other in this area. We know what each can bring on the table. So it would be very, very important that as leaders at our level, we don't involve ourselves in the voting process.
I don't know, but you mentioned that most of these candidates are unopposed, and it could be easily understood as a process that has not been that democratic, since maybe people have sat behind doors and agreed that one person.
No. These people have village meetings. Okay, these people have village meetings. They know. Okay, when you're delivering, by the way, LC1 level is one of the most difficult levels. If you are not delivering for people, if you are misusing that stamp, charging people exorbitant sums of money, if you are not signing for people, if you're not mobilizing people to do communal roads, okay, to do communal projects, people have their funeral associations at that level. They are mobilized to stand in for each other. You know, so then you also bring their issues to higher leaders, like the chairman LCC, the deputy speaker or MP, when like me here, they have cases of like parish involvement model. Are you recommending the right people or you're recommending the wrong ones? All that. Those are the issues. So when you are doing well and people appreciate at the village level, they say no contest at all.
We've been talking about the 71,000 villages and the 30 people for all the 71,000 villages, and that totals up to around 2.1 million voters. And the NRM has been using this as I mean, in a way to say this shows that the grassroots matter, and 2.1 million votes already show that we are a step ahead. How do you speak to that?
No, of course, you know, beyond the 2.1 million. In our register, I think in the last SEC meeting, they told us we had around 19 million people. I believe after this cleanup, which we are doing at this level, because today we are not registering people, but we are removing some people who are not supposed to be in the register. So we shall remain with around 17 million people. It's already a game done. Politics is a game of numbers. Politics is a game of numbers. It's not a game of how much you shout on social media, how much you dominate towns and all that. No, the voters are down here. The voters are down here. That's why you see, I can sit here and mention each and every name in this village. Okay? And that's why we are going much deeper in the villages. But now, if for example, you find you're contesting and you don't have even agents, okay? I can tell you in this area, they can't get agents. So you find you cannot even get agents in around 20 or 30% of the villages. What does that reflect? And then you say I'm rigged. No? So we are trying to cement our position on the grassroots. We are trying to talk to that common person, okay? To that common person, but without forgetting those ones who are enlightened and all that. But we feel even those who are enlightened need to find a way of coming to the grassroots and know what people on the grassroots are asking for. Sometimes I see the debate on national television, major elite televisions. You find the debate is totally detached from the people. These people know what they want. These people know what they want. They have the prescription for their problems. So if you go and you impart things on them without involving their leaders, so a very good example. All these electricity lines you're seeing here, we mobilized the community. There was no single compensation. How much money do we spend on compensation? I have here the water we've extended in the area. I went to National Water. I said, how many kilometers can you give us? They said, for example, they say we give you 10. I said, what will be the cost of the 10? Can you break it down? They said, the biggest cost is on pipes, then the next one is on digging trenches. I said, can I mobilize my community? They dig the trenches, okay? And you convert that money into more pipes? They said yes. We came here, we mobilized the community. Here we don't pay for digging trenches. No, we mobilized the community to dig the trenches so that now we can be able to get more pipes and extend services to more people. So community involvement is extremely important, and here that's how we do it.
Okay. And speaking of the mode of voting, which is lining up, of course there have been the pros and cons that are concerned with the lining up, especially while voting. What's your take on that form of voting? With some looking at it as a transparent way and others looking at it as a way of giving out people's secrecy and privacy.
Yeah, to me, well, you know, it strikes a balance. Number one, when you look at the cost, okay, of these ballots and all that, and the conflicts that arise after. So and so came with ballot papers. Like me at my level, someone can easily say, he's a member of SEC, he sits in SEC, he's a deputy speaker. He brought ballot papers when I haven't even brought anything. So lining up helps us sort out those problems. What we need is sensitizing the communities to know that someone voting against you, voting for your opponent, does not mean they hate you. These are issues of service delivery. And that's what we've tried to tell people. Of course, you'll have many cases where people will be disgruntled and all that. But to me, compared to the claims of vote rigging that come with ballot papers and all that, and then the cost, and people at the village level, they know each other. The result we shall get here is final. There is no adding on a result of another area. It's final. Okay? So to me, I really appreciate it.
Thank you for speaking to us, Honorable Deputy Speaker. I've just been speaking to the Deputy Speaker, Right Honorable Thomas Taibwa, and the process of selecting who votes and who doesn't vote is still going on. And later on, we shall see people lining up behind their preferred candidates. And in the process, at the end of the day, there will be winners, there will be losers. But Right Honorable Deputy Speaker says that as a party, that is no longer a worry, because at this point in time, there should be harmony and the party should move forward. I'll return to you, Tracy, at the Political Command Center. And of course, I'll be coming back to you later with more updates from Mitoma District.